What are Jimmy's here? Now, here is my opening slash Jimmy segment where I talk about the films that are coming out this week, whether it be theaters, streaming, etc. Alright, here's what's coming out. We, of course, got the big one, and that is Shazam Fury of the Gods. And of course, I really love the first Shazam, so I cannot wait to check out the sequel. It looks really fun. You got Zachary Levi, who I always like. Uh, some of the other cast members in this is great. I'm hoping for great things about it. It looks fun, entertaining, and it is of course pretty much the first film that is coming. The first DC movie to come out since James Gunn and Peter Safran took over. So I'm hoping it's great. And will it be as good as the first film? Who knows? But I am hoping for great things about it. Anyway, also out, we got a movie called Inside, which is which is about a high-end art thief becomes trapped inside luxury high-end tech penthouse in New York's Times Square after his heist doesn't go as planned. Locked inside with nothing but priceless work of art, he must use all his cunning and invention to survive. Now, this does star William Dafoe, and it looks really intriguing. William Dafoe is pretty much William Dafoe, his version of, I guess, Buried, if you look at it. He's literally the only major actor in this, so that's really cool, obviously. So I'm hoping this is really great because William Dafoe barely lets me down, so hopefully it'll be good. All right. We also got a film called Snowy Day in Oakland, a magical urban tale about a beautiful psychologist from San Francisco who decides to end a stalled romance with her longtime high profile psychiatrist boyfriend slash business partner. She moves on with her life by opening her own private practice in Vecnan, street front office space in the middle of a small commercial block located across the bay in Oakland, turning prominently African American and psychologically ignored neighborhood on its emotional air. Now, it has a really good cast in it. You got Nicole Ari Parker, Evan Ross, Roger Cross, Sean McGuire, Loretta Devine, Rena Wilson, Kimberly Elise, Dion Cole, Micah Jai White, Marla Gibbs, Jackie Harry, Keith Davis in this. But the trailer looks awful. I'm sorry. It just looks like a poor man's barbershop. I'm really getting a bit of a barbershop vibe from it. I'm not saying that because Dion Cole, who was in the last barbershop movie, I'm not saying that because he's in it, but yeah, I'm just getting a bit of a barbershop like rip-off vibe. But maybe it'll be good. Who knows? But yeah, I was not a fan of the trailer. I like the cast involved, but yeah, this just did not do much for me. All right. We also got a movie called Moving On, which stars Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda, directed by America Pie and about boy director Pete Whites. It's about two estranged former friends reconnect at a funeral of another mutual friend and decides to exact revenge on their dead friend's widower for warning them decades earlier. Now, this also features the likes of Richard Roundtree. You also got Malcolm McDowell's in this. The trailer looks really decent. I like Liz Tomlin. You got Jane Fonda, of course, coming off of 80 for Brady. So nice to see them come back in another film together. So it could be interesting to check out. All right, now a couple of streaming stuff. Something I never knew I ever wanted. We got, I kid you not, Money Shot, the Pornhub story. That's right. Yeah, we got a Pornhub documentary coming this week. Follow the rise of the most famous adult entertainment platform and the recent backlash it's received. Is this something we really need? I don't know, but could be cool, I guess. Um, Interesting. Anyway, also out on Netflix, we got The Magician's Elephant, where Peter is searching for his long lost sister Adele, a fortune teller who tells him to find a magician with an elephant. The voice talent includes Noah Ju, Wong himself, Benedict Wong, Pixie Davis, Sion Clifford, Brian Tyree Henry, Manny Patinkin, Lorraine Tucson, and Miranda Richardson. And the trailer looks really cute. I mean, I thought the animation looks decent. Looks intriguing. I like the voice cast. It is based on a book as well, so there is that too. I mean, Netflix has been killing with animation. Of course, one of their films, Pinocchio, recently won an Oscar, so that says something. So hopefully this could be so intriguing. Right, on Hulu, we got Boston Strangler, where Loretta McLaughlin was the reporter who broke the story of the Boston Strangler, along with reporter Gene Cole. McLaughlin challenged the sexism of the era, pursuing the story of at personal risk and uncovering corruption that casts doubts on the identity of the Strangler. Now, it does star Keira Knightley. You got Alexander Navola, Chris Cooper, uh, Carrie Coons in this, David McLaughlin. The trailer for this looks really good. Definitely having a Zodiac vibe here. So hopefully it can be really intriguing. All right. Now on MGM Plus, we got There's Something Wrong with the Children, where Margaret and Ben take a weekend trip with two longtime friends and their two young children. Ben soon suspects something sinister is afoot when the kids start behaving strangely after disappearing into the woods overnight. Now, this also do feature the likes of Alicia Rainward, Zach Gilford, Amanda Crew, Carlos Santos. The trailer for I have not seen it yet. I have mostly heard mixed things about it. I do have it on my watch list because the trailer does look really creepy. So hopefully it could be cool. All right. Also out, we got Pinball, the man who saved the game. An unsettled writer with a fantastic mustache, Roger Sharp, finds his solace and confidence in the one thing he's mastered, pinball. He soon learns that the game is illegal, and in 1970s, New York City, when a police raid destroyed the only machines he can find, learning that it means to take a chance, Roger embarks on a crusade to save the game he loves the most. Now, this does star Mike Face, who starred in that West Side Story remake. Kristen Reed's also in this. Christian Convery, who was just in Cocaine Bear. So you got some cool cast members involved. I mean, I'm always a sucker for these type of stories, and it looks really intriguing. So, I mean, a story about the pinball machine, why not? All right. We also got a movie called Wildflower, where a girl navigates life with two neurodivergent parents and an extended family that can't quite agree on the best way to help. It stars Sabrina Starr, Kernan Shipka, along with Alexander Daddario, Brad Garrett, Ryan Kier Armstrong, Charlie Plummer, Jackie Weaver, James Smart, Eric Alexander, and Reed Scott. And the trailer for this looks intriguing. I mean, Kernan, I think, is a really cool young actress. I like the other cast members involved, so it could be something interesting to check out. All right. We also got a movie called All the World is Sleeping, which stars Melissa Barrera, who could be seen in theaters now in Scream 6. And in it, Melissa Barrera plays a young mother in New Mexico who sinks deeper into addiction while struggling to care for her daughter. The trailer for this looks really intriguing. I mean, Melissa Barrera, I've been a fan of her ever since I saw her in the in the show Vita. I liked her on In the Heights. She's really good in the Scream movies, so I'm really gonna see her branching out. And you also got Jackie Cruz from Orange and the Black fame is also in this too. So George Garcia from Lost fame is also in this. So got some cool cast members out there. All right. We also got the film called The Resurrection of Charles Manson. A couple who goes to the desert for a romantic weekend and shoots an audition for a role in an upcoming film. Their holiday quickly turns deadly as they are the target of a cult who carry on the evil beliefs and murderous practices of the Manson family. Someone cast now it does star Frank Grillo, whose son actually directs this. You also got Will Peltz, Sidel Noah, Jamie King's also in this. I don't know what you think of it. The trailer for this looks awful. I mean, I like Frank Grillo, but he does do some not so great movies lately, which is sad because I think Frank Grillo is awesome. Like he deserves to be embarrassed stuff, but hey, maybe it could be good. I mean, Yeah, another story about Charles Manson. Do we really need that? I don't know. I mean, literally, we got a film about the Boston Strangler and a Charles Manson film this week. Yeah, I mean, Hollywood has a love marriage, like really has something fascinating with real life serial killers. So, all right, we also got something called we got some horror films here. We got something called The Ghost Within, which follows Margaret, who's a young woman suffering from severe memory loss, who sets out to solve the 20-year mystery of her sister Evie's death. Returning to her family home, a series of terrifying encounters with her sister's ghost begins to bring her lost memories back. Could be intriguing there, I guess. We got something called The Origin of Eva. A woman on the verge of financial collapse attempts to reconnect with her wealthy, estranged father and his new family. That could be interesting too. We got something called Rodeo. A young woman with a passion for riding embeds herself in the underground world of dirt biking. Now, this is actually a French film, and I saw the preview for this. It looks really intriguing to check out, so give that one to go. Now, we do got some TV shows premiering. First up on Apple TV Plus, we got Ted Lasso season 3, which just dropped its new season today. Not a bad show. I mean, Jason Sudeikis I think is great. Brett Goldstein is great on the show, so it's gonna be interesting how season 3 is gonna unfold. Now, there is some words that this is actually the finest season, but I'll believe that when I see it. We also got Shadow Bone season 2, which I did try, just not really for me. We got a show called Explorations coming to Apple. In the near future, the effects of climate change have become embedded into people's everyday lives. 8 interwoven stories explore the intimate, life changing choices that must be made when the planet is changing faster than the population. It has a great cast. You got the likes of Meryl Streep, Kit Harington, Sienna Miller, Tobey Maguire, Ed Norton, Diane Lane, Yahar Shahidi, Gemma Chan, Kerry Russell, Forrest Whitaker, Heather Graham, Judd Hirsch. List goes on and on. Talk about maybe one of the best casts on a TV show, other than History of the War Punch, obviously. But yeah, this is of course a climate change series, and it looks really intriguing. I mean, it looks very intense. Great cast involved. I'm hoping it's great. All right. We also on Netflix we got Agent Elvis, which I'm really pumped for, where Elvis trades his jumpsuit for a jetpack when he joins a secret spy program to stop villains from destroying the world. It does feature the voice of Matthew McConaughey as the voice of the King of Rock and Roll. Other voice talents includes Elvis's own wife Priscilla Presley, Niecy Nash, Don Cheadle, Johnny Knoxville, SpongeBob himself, Tom Kenny, and Caitlin Olsen. The preview for this looks fun. I mean, it looks raunchy, looks entertaining. I'm hoping this is great. It looks really intriguing. Check it out. Last but not least, our Prime Video, we got Swarm. The series tells the story of Dre, a young woman who is obsessed with fictional pop star, um, whose overroot and autistic are very similar of that of American singer Beyonce. With a fan base known as the Swarm, the show is a dive into Dre's life, her fandom, and how it takes her to dark, unexpected places. Now, this is from Donna Glover. You also got Dominic Fishback, Chloe Bailey, Debson Idris, Paris Jackson, Rory Culkin's in this, Kirstie Clemens. I saw the preview for this. It looks really creepy. Looks intriguing. Really shows into the world of pop music, the pop music scene. So I think this could be intriguing to check out. But that's pretty much it there. Let me leave you guys. Which of these films or shows are you interested in? Are you interested in Shazam: Fury of the Gods, Swarm, Inside? Are you interested are you even interested in Money Shot? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Him signing out.